Hi everyone, I'm out in my studio and I just finished glazing the few things that survived that disastrous bisque fire, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to show you what the pots look like when I put the glaze on and then what they look like when they come out of the kiln. It's a surprise to me too, so what the heck. These are what I call my Tiffy mugs. We lost our 19-year-old cat a couple of weeks ago, so I made a couple of cups in memorial to her. And those are little cats that you see on the side of each mug. Anyway, both of those mugs, I dipped the top 2/3 in fog, and then I dipped the entire mug in my new glaze called Sea Mist. So that's a complete experiment. I have no idea what's going to happen there. And then I put just a touch of iron red on the rim, because I know iron red over sea mist does that beautiful foamy color. Same thing with these two bottle vases and the general purpose bowl. I dipped them in sea mist first and then just did the edge, a quick dip in iron red. I made what I call a fish pie. I got a plate mold as part of a throw-in when I bought a kiln and a wheel at a yard sale. And they had all this ancillary kind of molding equipment. So I rolled out about 1.5 pounds of clay using a rolling pin, and I laid it into the mold, and then the mold has an edge so I could shape the little fish face and tail. I've got a number of glazes on there. I poured glaze at an angle from the fish's face down to the tail. And I think I started with iron red, and then I did iridescent iron, and then I poured Potter's Choice jade here, there, and everywhere so it overlaps on itself as well as on the other two colors. So it'll either be beautiful or it will be all over my shelves. I'm not sure which. And then speaking of that mold, these are the plates. I'm making these very rustic looking plates from the mold. And once I get it down into the mold, I cut around what would be the rim at about just over 1/2 inch. And then I run my finger around the center, you can't see it very well, to make like a spiral. I just put the mold and the clay right on the banding wheel while it's still wet and make a little bit of a spiral. Now you can see the overlap here for the glazes, because this plate is on white clay and these two plates are on brown clay, but in all cases I did iridescent iron, poured on 1/2 and then poured on the other 1/2 with some overlap, and then jade poured on 1/2 and poured on the other 1/2 with some overlap. So the center overlap has 4 layers of glaze. Again, it'll be beautiful or it'll be a mess. And then this is a bowl that survived the bisque fire. It's quite nice, I think, good shape. It's the same diameter all the way through. I'm real happy with it. And this one I dipped, yes, in iridescent iron and then jade. And then this bowl, it's I call it a rustic fruit bowl, because I found an old teak salad bowl, and it was real low and wide and a little bit oblong and warped. And again, I rolled out some dough, laid it inside the teak salad bowl, waited for it to get leather hard, then I put it on my wheel and added the foot. And it's a little bit wobbly and it's a little rustic, but it's a nice thickness, because I'm a good dough roller. I make good pies, so I don't have one of those things that rolls out your clay for you, so I had to do it myself. And again, I dipped it in iridescent iron and jade. So it should be really interesting to see how all of this stuff comes out. Well, I think it's interesting. And I'll show you all these pots, failure or successes, sometime Saturday. Thanks for watching.